me now, I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. For the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd and 11.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on to the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jerry Judy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
7, Eagles nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their big.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he's got this down to the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
A gain of 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st down. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to get to
and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, it's Pollard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 6.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. 55.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Steven Sims. Incomplete. It's now.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to...
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Here's Hurts to throw, eluding the pressure right. He finds Corey Davis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And the Falcon.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 21 yards away. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he completes it to Judy. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
It's
a big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll throw now on the final play. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Letting one go deep here for... And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Falcons!
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here we go.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going up top for Miller. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Ready? Right here. 58, right?
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the safety creep.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Atlanta.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons add on.
For the point after.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
All day.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
45's the mark. Hey, defense, go.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
2nd and 10 at the 40.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's brought down by Keon Jones. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Falcons' 35-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. Watch the pass. Shoot.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, baby.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. 52's the Mike.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. 52. Eluding the pressure right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Eagles.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the kick here, no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into, so they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the Eagle offense coming on here as they'll try for 2 points. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
Eagles 6.
So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.